What's up? It's Jordan, the gamer here, and today we finna get spooky. So I'm gonna be reacting to some scary stories, and I probably look a little bit scary.
Man, if you don't sit your
mood of October here, it's October, a little spooky dookie, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. I done looked up some stories. I haven't really looked at them yet, so it's gonna be like a, reaction. Like I ain't seen them before. I ain't read them, none of that. So we gonna go to Reddit, and I hope it's okay to go to Reddit. I hope all these people I don't have any rights to your stories. So yeah, here we go. True stories of creepy encounters. This is the first one. We have serious, what's your scariest, most disturbing true story. So either this one or that one. First one or the second one. I know you can't see me pointing, but I'm still gonna point. Let's go to serious, because we want true stories, bro. I don't want to go to the app. I want to go to the app. I would. Okay, let's read the tag. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted. So this is some real serious stuff. If you violate it, you wrong, homie. It's not no. It's all of it. So let's see. Ain't no irrelevant answers. Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit smaller here. And read this here story. Not nearly as serious, but a little creepy. My neighbor is an old lady. She comes outside every once in a while to chat with passerbys and garden. The first conversation she had with my dad, she complimented the painting he has hanging in his bedroom. No big deal. She probably saw us moving it in or glimpsed it at some point before we got curtains. But then she meets her dog and says, well, he's much scarier through the window, isn't he? Again, no big deal. We know he has a habit of pushing aside the blinds to stare outside. She comments on things like this often, asking why we didn't walk our dog that morning or when we got a new sofa. But she's an old lady, right? She's probably bored and outside a lot. Then she meets me. She swears she's already met me, but I had never seen her before in my life. She asks me how I look, how I like my room, and tells me about the girls who had it before me. Weird, but okay. She rubbed me the wrong way, but I don't really mind. She's fairly easy to avoid. Or so I thought. Okay, first of all, she gotta be the nosiest neighbor of all time. Like, for real, like, think about that, bro. And it's not just like no excuse because it's an old lady. I ain't even tell. It's not an excuse because it's an old lady. You nosy, bro. Old ladies usually mind their business. When you ever met an old lady other than your grandma that don't be minding their business? Old ladies be keeping it shucking and moving, minding their business. Rah. They are not. They don't be worried about nobody. Old ladies be worried about the arthritis in their hands, baking cookies for their grandkids and their gardens most of the time. This old woman all up in the tea, and she all up in the Kool-Aid, first of all, and she ain't got no business over there, and they just moved in. She talking about she met them. Nah, bro, that ain't. Anyway, as I was taking the dog outside, I happened to glance over and see her staring at me through the window. She lowers the blinds when she sees that I saw her, but is peeking through them watching me. Later, I go to the kitchen and see her again watching me very intently through the window. Our blinds were slightly open to let light in. Then upstairs, my parents' room, there's a window in their bathroom. I see her again as I'm replacing the towels, watching. The more I looked for her, the more I saw. She was watching basically all the time. not only from her window, she sits in her car and watches us from the street. Wow. Wow. Yeah, great. Anyway, she sits on the porch and watches. She slowly walks down the street and watches us literally all hours of the day. And she does it to her other neighbors. And she did it to the people who had our house before us. Everyone knew to keep your blinds and curtains shut at all times. Otherwise, you can guarantee she watches you. Freak me out. Alright. This wasn't so much scary as it was just like a story about an old woman that couldn't mind her business. Like, it's not like she pulled up in their house or something or anything like that. She just was being nosy. I mean, spookily nosy, but nosy. So, I mean, I don't see anything that's scary about it. I would be a little paranoid for somebody watching me, but I wouldn't be terrified of an old lady unless I woke up and she was right here in my face. But let's go on to the next story from Moni3. Thank you for your contribution. I hope that it's okay that this is going to be in the video. So, late one night, I got a call from a friend I knew was out of town for a conference. My wife and I were in bed, just about ready to turn off the light. My friend was speaking gibberish, but absolute panic. She said she was bleeding and had no idea where she was, then more gibberish. Why she call you and not the police? Why call friend and not 911? That's one thing. Now, alright, let's continue. She asked me and my wife to pick her up from the airport. Okay, that don't make sense either. She just said she didn't know where she was. Homegirl just said she did not know where she was and she was bleeding. And then she asked you to risk your life because you don't know what happened to her. She asking you and your wife to go out there. Risk your life, bro. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the screen awake. Hold on. But as I was saying, she asking you and your wife to go out here. Risk your lives because you don't know what happened to her. Then, before she said that, she says she doesn't know where she is. Ooh. I mean, I know that's your friend and all, but like, I would have called the police. I would have just asked her where she was and called the police. Cause like, I'm not finna go out there playing with you. I'm really not, like, really. I mean, it may sound like a bad friend, but you asking me to put me and my folks in danger cause you then got yourself to a mixed up situation when you could have called 911 from jump. It's gonna take me longer to find out where you at than the police. Like, come on. Okay, so her flight was cut short or something and she was on her way back. Never got details on why. Bad phone reception along with other confusion. So we hopped into the car to go pick her up. It was about 11 p.m. So y'all going out at night doing dumb stuff. Y'all going out at night doing stupid. That's okay, whatever. Halfway to the airport, she called me again. More absolute panic. She's sobbing over and over. I'm sorry. And there was nothing to be sorry about. I mean, it's kind of something to be sorry about, considering that she asked for you to put your life in danger. She up here bleeding. She could call the police, but she telling you to go to an airport at night. Anywho, okay, let me see where it's at. You know, I'm not illiterate, but I lose track of where I'm at. Okay. There was nothing to be sorry about. I had no idea why she was so panicked. I told her it's okay, but she was phasing between sobbing and just gibberish. And she wasn't flying back. She was in a hotel. At that point, she would have been on her own. Because what are you doing? Like, for real. What? I don't care if y'all be like, well, that's harsh, Corey. Like, no, what is that? You playing too much. You got folks out at night looking for you. And you up here and you don't know where you at. You talking about you at an airport and then you talking about you at a hotel? Come on now. I would have felt like she was trying to do something to me. I would have felt like she was trying to bait me out somewhere talking about I'm sorry. But anyway. Okay. We drove next to a mountain and lost the cell signal. But she sounded sure it wasn't flying back tonight. That didn't make sense. The airport wouldn't let her fly. They thought she was drunk. They don't let drunk people fly. I thought that they gave out alcohol on flights. Like first class people. Like, never mind. I'm shut up. Maybe it's a different type. Don't know anything about that. So we turned around and stopped moving, bro. Don't you? So we turned around and tried calling her for an hour or so. She finally called us. She was in a dark hotel room, two time zones away, not where her flight was headed, and the layover location. But the layover location. She didn't know someone was with her in the room, or maybe they had left the room and were coming back. She had no idea why she was there or what hotel it was. Normally, she was a very sharp woman. I had to walk her through the steps of looking on hotel stationery to get the name of the hotel, maybe the address. I had to tell her to look on the phone for the phone number. She still saw me speaking gibberish. She said she was bleeding from her head. Her glasses was broken. It's absolute shocking and grim. So creepy to hear that coming from her and not be able to take any kind of command of the situation. I don't know. I would feel like they was playing with me for real. I don't know this. Maybe I'm just not good with situations like this, but I would feel like, I don't know, it wouldn't feel real or anything. Maybe this, I don't know, I can't discredit the credibility. But after this one, we're gonna go to a different Reddit. So I called the police in the city where the hotel was located to get the cops to do a wellness check on her. They took her to the hospital. She had been roofied on the airplane and couldn't tell us anything else about what happened to her. Okay, that's why she was acting like this. She got drugged. I wonder who did that. Lie on that airplane. Well, never mind. It makes sense. Never mind. We picked her up from the airport the next day. She remembered very, very little of it and seemed to be in complete denial. Despite wearing the same clothes she left in, and had blood smeared on her forehead and busted glasses. But I remembered the panic calls and helplessness that bothered me for weeks, maybe months. Still one of the creepiest things that I experienced. Now, that one might not be true. I'm saying that I'm saying that because the end part right there. If she went to a hospital, if she went to the hospital, they would have cleaned her up. She wouldn't have blood smeared anywhere, and her glasses, like, they couldn't. I mean, the glasses probably still would have been broke, but she wouldn't have had no blood on her. Because if they check you at a hospital, they're gonna clean you up. Like, it's not gonna be no blood. But that's just me. So let's go to a different story. A different Reddit. Creepy encounters Reddit. Let's not meet. Kidoki. No, Jesus. Okay. Okay. So these are the titles. I've always had this feeling someone was watching me. Saw the man who robbed my house. My ex-best friend's dad was definitely a creep. I might read that one. The gut shot guy in my yard. I'll go with this one, it seems like. How do you, okay. Ooh, okay, it seems close. So it has, I live in the smallest town in central North Carolina. This happened about 8 years ago. Triggers, blood, nakedness, and cruel cop. This is long but interesting, I think. I live in a big colonial style house in the last big home in the neighborhood. Behind me are some low-income apartments. The whole block behind me is low-income housing. Okay, so, I mean, how you live? Never mind. I was about to say how you bougie in the hood, but anyway, like, folk got a whole mansion in front of the low-income housing, but I'm shut. Anyway, like folk didn't live in front of the project, basically. You ain't saying the project, but that's basically what it is. Project. It's basically a project. Anyway, so 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, I've just woken up. I hear a bam, and I remember thinking, crap, that was a gunshot. So he didn't finish the word gunshot, but gunshot. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, it was. Call 911 on my mobile phone while pulling on some shorts and went downstairs to peek out the front door. Why would you go outside? Oh, no. He didn't go outside. He just went to peek out the door. But I would have been from a window or something. I don't know. The door feels like a vulnerable place. But, I'm still on the phone with 911. As I come down, I heard clattering noises outside. So somebody trying to break into you. I open the door quietly. Stop it. There's a man down in my yard near the street. He's calling out for help. I tell the dispatcher this. He tells me not to go outside. You have to understand, my family are helpers. My mom was a fireman and a first responder. We stop at wrecks. We help people who fall. It's just who we are. I could understand wanting to go help, but considering how people are, you can't always go and help. Like, you have to be cautious. Because first of all, like not too long ago, actually, it was actually on the news. Somebody in North Carolina was pretending to be in a car accident and was gonna was gonna rob somebody, but they got arrested. But it's still, like, it could be a setup situation, and like you mess around trying to help somebody and boom, pow, boom, you're dead. So sometimes it's really not helpful to be helpful. So I told the guy, he's down, he's calling for help, I'm going out there. The guy says, ma'am, do not go out there, I'm going. So Barry walks slowly out, narrating what I see. Yes, I'm hugely alert, looking all around as I go. But all I see is this guy flat on his back, moaning, help, help. So they just told you not to go, bro. What you gonna do? You didn't say anything about you being a paramedic or anything like that. You just said your mom was a first responder. And like this, unless you were trained to help, what are you gonna do other than like watch him bleed out? Like, it's not a good thing. The guy says, "Ma'am, don't go out there." I'm going, okay, no, I was a pushback money for help. I go all the way up, walk to the street, 911 yelling at me. I approach the shot guy from the street, hands out to my side. So he was back in the yard. Shirt is pulled up around his chest, his pants are pulled down, past his booty area, past his butt. And there's a pool of blood next to his hip bone. I ask his name, Marcus, he says. Tell 911. I asked him if he knew who did it. He mumbles something. He makes grabbing gestures with his arm towards my leg. I stay up and out of reach. Okay, so you go out there to help him, but you still don't. Okay, never mind. She right though. She right. Okay. I reassure him that the cops are on the way and that I wasn't gonna leave him. Sirens are getting closer and a cop car looms and turns left down the street side. Then a side street. I wave frantically and the next one comes roaring up. There were 7 or 8 finally. So here's what finally shook out. My shot guy, whose name was not Marcus, had come with 2 other friends to rob an older man in the next block. He claimed to have been walking his dog. More than likely, he was selling drugs. Tough scammers. Like, why is you getting shot at night? People only will get shot on the block if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing on the block at night. Or if they minding their business, but it's at night, which you shouldn't be doing on the block at night. But they get robbed or something. That's the only 2 scenarios where maybe somebody just crazy, but most of the time it's robbed or you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. So one of the robbers pulled a gun. Dog man raised his hands, his trousers slipped down, and his gun fell out of his pocket. His gun. So he was armed. So that's why they telling you don't approach him. Stupid. Sorry, you're not stupid, but that was a stupid thing to do. Robber 1 sees this and shoots at Dog Man. He in turn snatched up his gun and shoots all 3 young men. They missed him. He got all 3. Wow. The other 2 fled, leaving the good shot guy to stagger down my side yard, around the house in the corner, and land him in my yard. The kid with the gun got grazed across his back. Second one got shot in the leg. So the police milled around good shot guy. He pleaded with them to take him to the hospital. One cop said, "Shut up, you're not hurt that bad." I thought, dude, she's got shot and there's no exit wound. He is hurt that bad. So wow, this is a horror story. Police horror. Now I'm playing. I mean, no, but for real, that's really horrible for somebody to do to a person who's injured. I told my story. I told them about the clatter I heard. We walked to the corner of the house and the end of the block. There was a bloody handprint sliding down the downspout. They wound up life flighting my guy to Winston, and he likely had a colostomy bag for quite a while. Leg guy went to another town to get the bullet out of his leg, and police called him a few days later. The shooter they caught soon thereafter. No charges for the old man. My guy was actually wearing an ankle monitor. He got sent back to jail. Leg guy got sent to jail. Shooter guy got sent to jail. All 3 were little thugs and had records. Wow, never mind. Anyway, I think only that guy is still alive. Me, I got a pink piece of paper about my victims' rights, and a massive re-up of my PTSD. Took me a year or so to stop jumping at loud noises. Walked back in the house, and my ex is yawning, getting coke out of her fridge. He slept through the whole thing. Wow. I got PTSD from that. It's crazy. Wasn't really that scary, but I think it's gonna be all for the true spooky stories. None of them really scared me, but if they scared you, let me know. Let me know how you feel about them in the comments. Here. See y'all later.
So now, I want to sing a song just for you, 'cause you're my special friend.